I've been hearing a lot of prison stories, so I want to share one, right? And I remember when I was going to prison, I've been locked up many times. And basically, every time when I first started getting locked up, there was not really none of the gangs really like that. I mean, there was gangs there, but the gangs was if you was black or you was Puerto Rican or you was white, it was basically like that. Then not too long after I started getting locked up, not too long after, you started, the Bloods and the Crips and the Latin Kings and the Nietas. And you either belong to one of them sets. Me, I came through prison. I ain't belong to no set. And all the sets gave me my respect. I'm going to tell you, I ain't saying that I was a wild one. No, I never had to go through that. Like, people was shit. Like, whoever oppositions they come to me and we sit down and we have a talk, and after the talk I ain't got no opposition no more. That's just how it was. I can't remember some of the things I do remember, but that's obsolete. Like, I would go to prison and I would have COs coming to me and asking me that I want to be house gang and all that, and I would accept it, but when shit would go wrong and they'll look at me like basically I would I remember one day I violated one of the gang's rules unknowingly. I violated, and so they stepped to me. We had a discussion about it, and I'll never forget this. And I'll tell you this story. I told that gang member, I said, "Yo, I'm sorry if I violated one of your codes, but come on, man. Think about like you don't know who I am. And I'm gonna tell you, I done watched some of my great leaders get smoked because they wanted to live by a certain law which gives equality to all of us. Like we are all just humans, no matter the color of our skin. And so your boundaries that you put with each other, please don't hold me on to that. I didn't I didn't I just came here to do my little time. And that's all you should all be thinking about. The day you get released and get out. Like, I ain't come here to identify with you or him. I came to identify with you all. So, please give me a pass because I didn't mean and I have no disrespect towards any of you. And if I become friends with all of you, which is what I want to do, so that you all might come together and stop your bickerings and fighting amongst one another. And let's just say, from me having that discussion with Dat Nieta, he became so, and he know who he is. I ain't throwing no names, but this Nieta, he was a very, yeah, he had a lot of power, and so, but it was like, put it like this: every house that I was ever in jail, my house became the house that was a model house. Not because we worked with police, but because we ain't allowed no BS to come into the house. If a nigga came in and he thought he was gonna do this, we sit down and have that talk. And believe me, when you have that talk, if it's done right, if you get a nigga to talk the right way, he will have no other choice but to give and bear witness to that talk that you have gave him. And this is so true. So I'm just saying, like, my prison stories are different because I walked through prison, every prison I ever went through, and I ain't worry about, well, one time but that was in a camp. That was, ain't even worth mentioning. But I never had to step easy or be, like, I was always looked at by everybody. I remember one time they sent me to prison for something I didn't do. And it was horrible the charge that they were pinning on my name. I'll just say that much. And even when I went through there, like, I'll never forget they sent me to the island to OBCC to the what they call it, the north side or the west side. Like I was where the cells was at, and it was considered the worst part of the island. And for the charge they pinned on me, niggas wanted to get at me. It just so happened that the nigga that was running the whole OBCC on that side, I think West Facility, I think it was. The nigga that was running the whole West Side, he was and he knew me. And so he came and he told me, yo, stop telling everybody what you here for. Ain't none of their business. And I was like, nah, man, he didn't understand how I felt inside. How dare y'all? I was so stained up, so mad behind what they had accused me of. I'm not going to reveal that, but let me just tell you, it was something that is degrading to my very character, to all the things that I know in life. It was degrading to me. And so he already, because him on the outside knowing me, when I came, in fact, when he looked at me, when he saw me, when he came in the house, he saw me sitting down playing dominoes, and he came straight over to me. He said, yo, what the fuck is you? Like, he even spun me around. And I'm sitting in the chair, he spun me around and said, yo, what the fuck is you doing in here? And I said, yo, you really know I shouldn't be here. He said, yeah, I know that. What the fuck you locked up for? And I told him, and he was like, when I told him, he looked at everybody. Well, he looked at me, he said, what? He said, I know you ain't doing it. I said, nah, man. I don't know how this shit going down, but I know it ain't going to happen. And he looked up in the whole house and vouched for me. He said, yo, y'all already know, and you know what we do, but this my man, and I already know. Better not nobody fuck with him. In fact, y'all better look out for him. I look out for y'all, and y'all better look out for him. This is my people. He told him just like that. I was there for about 2-3 weeks, right? I'm going back and forth to court for this shit. Like I was going to court like once a week. They having trouble finding a judge that is going to allow this case into his courtroom. Like I'm going to courtrooms and judges are turning like, yo, this don't belong here. Next week I go to court. Nah, no. So for them first 3 weeks, my case is getting like turned away from judges. Like judges is turning like they don't want this in the courtroom. So instead of them just releasing me, they find, after the third week. But as I'm there for 3 weeks, like somebody decides that he want to move on me. And it's a brother from Fort Greene. I ain't mentioning no names, but it's a brother from Fort Greene that was cool with me. And he actually, because I used to be in Fort Greene, and even though we ain't never really fuck around with each other, he knew, like, I used to be in Fort Greene back in the days when Six Gun was there. Through Six Gun, I met 50 Divine, like the real 50 Cent. Not the real 50 Cent for Fort Greene. Like, and he wasn't even really the dude. Like, I met their whole crew, all the members of their crew. I met them, and let me tell you, that nigga was a dude named Six Gun out of Fort Greene. He got murked. And when he got murked, 50 who was Six right-hand man, the light became all his. And he, man, 50, yeah, but anyway. I get to prison, and basically that's just what happened. One of my prison, like most of my prison stories go that it was always COs coming to me and asking me to be the house gang leader, like offering me the job everywhere I went. But, sometimes I would take it. I mean, every time I took it, I ain't gonna front, every time I took it. But I wasn't, like I said, I wasn't gang affiliated. And all the gangs was cool with me. So it was like, Like, niggas wasn't gonna violate me because like, I was doing too much for everybody, you know? And never for myself. Never did, you know? I just make sure niggas had their tobacco, whatever they needed. You know, I make it happen. Well, I ain't even say I make it happen, but it will go through me. Because I had so much, I was always given so much play. But I was given the play because I never affiliated. And in fact, I remember, like I said, every house I was in, our house ran smooth. No matter we had different gang members, but everything was always solid there. Even when these niggas was warring on the other sides, and it was known and yet I was supposed to go and smash whatever kings they see or whatever. None of that shit never went down in our house. It was like neutral territory. And I was on the strength because of me. And not only because of me, but because of us all, because put it like this, power moves will always be made from the house that I would be in for some strange reason. I always ended up in them houses where power moves was able to be done. Like, so, like, all of you dudes that's like out there telling them gang stories, yo, tell about them certain dudes that wasn't affiliated with no gang that none of you gangs never fucked with. Cause I got shit. Man, I know a lot of brothers like that. Word. The last time I was locked up, I ran across Alan McKnight. Bahrain. I believe that's what you call yourself now. But I ran across him. And when I seen him, I called him out. He said, nah, my name Bahrain, man. And this nigga was fully shackled. Like, he escorted fully shackled. You know why? He was also one of them dudes. Excuse me. Yeah, you see what I got. It helps with my old age. But anyway, he was one of them dudes who he wasn't gang bound, affiliated, blood crip, no gang. Gangs, they used to try to he ain't like gangs. He ain't like nigga. In fact, he was the type of dude, nigga, you in jail and you in a gang, you claiming a gang because you pussy. Suck, you can't stand on your own feet. That's what I felt he felt. Cause, man, this dude was like, gangs ain't fuck with him. Well, the gangs, they used to come at him, but they used to get fucked up when they came at him. He was a beast. And I guess they came at him because they ain't give a fuck about their rules. If they say, yo, this is our phone, like, I got stories about that too. One time I walked in and I picked up a phone and it was supposedly some blood phone and niggas, like, they pressed me. While I'm on the phone, they pressed me. They tell me, yo, you gotta hang that up. And at first I don't pay him no mind. I'm looking at him like he's stupid. I turn around, I'm still talking. But I'm watching him. But I'm not like looking him in his eye while I'm talking. I like turn my head. But I see him through my peripheral. He stands there for a minute, then he goes back to his group. All of a sudden, three of them come back. And one of them, he tapped me on my shoulder. He said, yo, man, I don't mean no disrespect, but could you hang up the phone, please? And so I looked at him, I said, yo, give me 1 second. I turned around, I said, yo, look, listen, I gotta talk to you later, all right? Something I gotta take care of right now. Boom, hung up the phone. I hang up the phone. We go. Well, he tell me, yo, look, after 8 o'clock, that phone right there is ours. And even if you don't see nobody on it, you can't just go and pick it up. And I was like, damn, that don't make no sense, bro. And he was like, yo, but that's just the law. And I was like, well, please don't. I mean, that's the law of you and your gang. I don't belong in no gang. Please don't hold me subject to any of your laws. How you say it, I'm neutral. So let me be neutral. Like, I don't want to stay on the phone long. I just want to tell my people what I need, and then I'm hanging up. It ain't no jaw jacking. I don't want to do that. In fact, I don't even use the phone a lot. But if I gotta use it, sometimes it's a certain time I gotta use it. So if I see the phone free, I'm just gonna get on the phone, get what I need, and then boom, I'm done. So please don't hold me to your laws. I want to be comfortable while I'm here. Don't deny me that fact. And bro was like, yo, you know what? You got it, G. And so he went back to all the blood. Yo, listen, man. Phone ever hanging, even if it's after 8, if it's just hanging and he go get it, let that man be. And let's just say, when you get the respect of one of the gangs, eventually you can have the respect of them all. And you could say for some reason, when I going through prison, I will always, because I would be friends with everybody. I remember one dude came and told me, yo, you my man, right? But yo, that nigga, he my enemy, man. And yo, you can't be friends with him. I'm like, listen, hold up, wait. I used to kick it to him, well, listen, don't hold me, you my friend. And let's continue being friends. No matter whatever friends I have. In fact, let my other friends become your friends. So that we all live greater. You know? I'm like, yo, y'all with these gangs and y'all ain't here and that's y'all position. And even out in life. Like out in life, I didn't really, I would stay away from people because I had the moment. But inside, you can't stay away from it. You're right there with it. So you got to make sure you try to show these niggas a way that, man, let's live. Because let me tell you, shit, the rewards from my talking to these niggas like that, the reward was we was always able to smoke. We had liquor, we had everything. Anybody who was on a certain drug, they was living good. We had it, and the cops wouldn't fuck with us. All they did was, yo, keep that smell down. Yo, like if the smell was coming out, boom, the niggas would get on that gate, start hitting it with that powder and soap with the incense, like powder, like we make homemade incense where niggas get real creative, especially in jail. But not only in jail, throughout life, period. But look, I want to end this video. Those are just one of my jail stories so that some of you have to do certain things to survive in life. But if you ever end up in jail, please stop with the beefs. And all you gangs out there, stop killing each other, man. Stop being so stupid. Please. And why I say so stupid? Because there is going to come a time in life, especially if we men don't get it right and live by the laws of heaven, that we bring heaven down to earth. And that way, I come telling you, it's called love. It's not called by any religion. It's just called love. So start to live by the way called love. So that all the life in heaven can come down to earth. And all the life will be made right. Love you all. God bless.